So this session is totally based on how to explain a project. So suppose if you are a person who was in different background and has no exposure to data analytics in the past experience, and now you want to show your experience as a data analyst, and you want like that people who are taking your interview understand you as a data analyst only. So if you have this kind of problem, then this session is for you. So now I have taken one project, which is like a project from one of my client only, who was in marketing domain previously, but wants to make his experience as a data analyst. Now, if you are not comfortable with this project, we can move to different other project also. But I think this is fine. Now I know that many of you have the same problem. That's why you are in the session. So we'll write and we'll do step by step each and everything. And I will help you like how you can create it and what can be the 3 or 4 subsets that you need when you are going for an interview and showing your experience as a data analyst. Okay. So first of all, let me open my Excel sheet and I will write steps here. So now first step is to understand what project we have to make, we have to create, and is that something that we can explain? This is a question that you have to ask yourself on the first place. First of all, you have to understand what project you have to create and how you can explain that project. Is it good for you? Is it easy for you to explain it or not? So let's take an example. So I have one student, his name is Bhanu. And Bhanu has worked in marketing domain previously. Then previously he has worked in marketing domain, but he was not a data analyst there. Bhanu, are you in the session? I think he's not there. So previously he was not a data analyst. So now he came to me and he is interested to change his previous experience to a data analyst. So now Bhanu has worked in marketing domain. So he understand the marketing terms. He understand ads, marketing, campaigns and all. So when you go on YouTube, you see a lot of ads running. You see a lot of campaigns there. You get a lot of mails from different companies or different websites or app where you have enrolled. So this is all that is taken care of by marketing team, ads and marketing, promotions and all these things. Now, everybody who is here understand about this concept of marketing and all. So he told me that he is comfortable in this. So he identified that marketing domain project or a project that can relate my marketing experience into a data analyst. He wants that project. So Bhanu is clear in the step first. He identified what he needs as a project. Now the step 2 comes into the picture. So in step 2, we have to ask ourselves what we need. Second question is what we need. So if you want to make this project, if he wants to explain this project in front of the interviewer and want to show himself as a data analyst, what he needs or what we need to prepare something like this. The first thing is we need a project itself. This is the first part of the second step. So we we want a project itself, but how to get that project? The question is how to get it. So now to answer this question, how to get that project or how to get it, so you don't have to go on any website. Don't have to go on any website to get the project. So I'm marking here website as no. What you have to do is you have to go to Chat GPT. You have to go to Chat GPT, and suppose Bhanu is interested in marketing domain. Sean, this is something which is different. So Kaggle.com has data sets available where a person can work on those data sets and can create a project. But this is something different that I'm explaining right now. So Bhanu gone to Chat GPT, and now he's writing a prompt there. What are the challenges and problems faced by marketing agencies in their ads and promotions related to their campaign? The first question is we have to ask ChatGPT what are the problems and challenges faced by these kind of companies. So if you have a healthcare company, you can tell something about your company and something about your culture where you worked in, and you can ask this question. Now Bhanu will get a solution or an answer, and he will get around, you can say, 5 to 10, 5 to 10 problems that are faced by the industry in which he is working. Now, what second step he will do is he will try to understand how a data analyst can solve this problem. Now, in that same tab where Bhanu has dropped this question, he will drop a second question. How a data analyst can show his expertise to solve these problems, and what kind of projects he can get or he can work on. This is the question two. To ask ChatGPT that the problems that you have given me are okay, but how a data analyst can solve these problems, and how a data analyst, what kind of projects a analyst can work with these problems. Now you will get some set of projects. When you will get some set of projects, you will see that there will be some of the projects which can align with your expertise or which can align with your things that you have done. Even not as a data analyst, but you understand the business around it. So when you get the set of projects, what you have to analyze it, in what project, in what project my business understanding is there. So suppose if you say, if I have worked for a, suppose if I have worked for a edtech company, then I know that how edtech business runs, how people are making money, what kind of problems are faced by edtech business, how to accumulate students, what kind of campaigns to drop, how to convert the lead, how many people are visiting website and how many people are exactly purchasing something, or what is the count of people visiting on my website daily basis. So if I'm taking an edtech company example, then these will be these kind of projects I can get or these kind of problems I get. But when I will get some projects on ChatGPT, I have to understand what project is for me. What is that project where my business understanding is there? So when you analyze that, you got a project where your business understanding is there. Now comes your third prompt. Create a end-to-end pipeline for this project in a way, in a way to solve it. Now, when you will drop this question, so now ChatGPT doesn't knows that what kind of company or what kind of client you have, for which or for whom you are solving this problem. So when you will write create an end-to-end pipeline for this project in a way to solve it, you have to include here, I want the complete structure of data with fields mentioned, and will come down, and I want to do it in SQL, Python, Python pandas. You can write Python pandas, Power BI, and Excel. When you have written this thing, when you have written this thing, now ChatGPT will produce a complete end-to-end project for you and how you have done that project. So let's try to open ChatGPT and ask these same questions step by step. So here, currently I'm not explaining you any project. Currently I'm telling you how to get your one. So first I copied this prompt and I pasted it here. It is giving me a lot of problems that are faced by these kind of companies. And I can surely say if you have worked for these kind of companies, if you have worked a little bit also, you will understand. And if you are a person who has not worked in these kind of companies or have not worked with these kind of data, that simply you can take two businesses, which is first is e-commerce, second is healthcare. Because you understand e-commerce, because you have ordered a lot of things from Amazon and different other websites. So this is the first prompt that I got, result. Now the second thing will be this one. Now you're getting many of the projects. Now you're getting a lot of projects here. So now we will take this project. We'll take this project. We'll stop ChatGPT for now. We'll take this project and now we'll write our third prompt. Below this. They ask you now from where you are getting the data. Then they ask you what kind of fields you have worked with. Like how the data was looking like. See, you will get this thing. Now, it will give you an end-to-end pipeline. Like what kind of tables you have worked, what kind of things you have. so that you are not blindly saying anything. Along with that, it will give you the proper queries that what you need to write to do this project. And it will explain it to you as well. Now, once this thing is complete, now the step 3 comes into the picture. So how many of you are clear till step 2? How many of you are clear till step 2? Is it clear to all of you? Because you have this question, what queries, what kind of things I have done. So that's why I'm writing these prompts for you, so that you don't come to me again and again and asking the things, so that you can do it on your own, you can move faster. Now the third thing, which is very important. You have got your project, you have got your things. Now, the third thing is how to explain it. In the third step, it comes how to explain it. What can be the follow-up questions and answers for me by the hiring person. And third will be, what are the major metrics I have created to show the performance or to show the analysis, and how I them, build them using, if you are good in Power BI, you can write Power BI. If you are good in Tableau, you can write Tableau. So I'm writing Power BI here. So this is our step 3. These are the 3 major things that you need to know before going for an interview. This is something when you're going to explain your project, these are the 3 things that you need 100%. You cannot escape from these, because if you only understand the project, these questions will come. And when these questions will come, you will stuck. So let's do it. Now we'll copy this all 3 things and we'll paste it here. Let's see what happens. And I know many of you are not able to understand what is this ROI and all, but the person who is in this domain will easily understand it. So don't worry, when you will do it, you will easily understand it. Now see the follow-up questions. See, every time they ask this question, what challenges did you face while doing the project? Can you walk through any of the specific metrics that you have created? And the people who are giving the interviews, they must say that these kind of questions are asked. See, so these are the follow-up questions that Bhanu has to prepare if he has to go for this domain. Now, after this, once these questions are complete, comes the matrix. And in the fourth part, for the fourth question that you have to tell is how these metrics are tracked and reported. That's all. That's all. These are the 3 steps that you need to crack the problem of explaining the project. So this is the step 1. This is your step 2. And this is your step 3. Now let me take any questions if you have. Yeah, I will share the sheet right now. Don't worry. So is everybody clear till here? Is everybody clear till here? So if you are clear till here, then let's talk about the project. So now just if I want to ask you people a question, that if you don't have any project and you want to create one for you, it with the end-to-end structure, will you be able to do it? Okay. So now this is the steps. Steps.
Durgesh,
So now this was one of the example. So let's talk about project explanation. So are you able to see my screen right now? Okay. So this is basically a project which is named as paid media analysis, and it is related to digital marketing and advertising, like advertising. So now if you see here, there is a problem. So the challenge was to improve the return on ad spend and overall campaign effectiveness for a business running paid media campaign. So there must be a paid media campaign for which they want to just improve the returns on the ad spend. So suppose if I am spending 1,000 rupees on ad, and if I am getting only 40, or like suppose just let's take an example, if I'm spending 1 lakh rupees on ad, 100K on ad, and I'm getting clients worth 40K, then I'm losing the amount. So this is basically a problem, and this problem is faced by multiple industries. So now you also know to solve this problem, they have to do some business case study and they have to solve it with the help of data by understanding what is within them, what kind of people are interacting, and why this is low. So now let's come down. So the analysis done part is there. So the first analysis done is audience segmentation. So analyze customer segments to determine which audiences yielded the highest return on ad spend. So basically, suppose we have like 4 places. We have Bangalore, we have Noida, we have Delhi, and we have suppose Chennai. These are the 4 cities where this ad campaign is running for the clients and people of these 4 cities. Now, to analyze and to segment at which place, at which age group, what kind of people are exactly interacting with our ads and giving us the maximum return on ad spend. Why this is done? Why this analysis is done? Because once you will identify these are the regions, this is the age group where people are interacting a lot and we are getting a revenue, then you will filter those people out. And if you want to make some more profit, then you will focus on what kind of people are not interacting. And then you can come up with an idea, like we can have a feedback call, or we can have a feedback link for all the people, and we can launch our campaign again. You can give any n number of ideas that you can. Second analysis is ad performance. examined like each campaign performance, like how many clicks we are getting, how many impressions, how many conversion of leads is there, and how much return on ad spent is there. These 2 points are clear to all of you? Okay. So now let's move towards the point 3. Her sort of final recommendations and outcomes we can add, but I think the last step, how these metrics are tracked and reported, yeah, we can add this question as well.
Yeah, actually, it was asked to me, so that's why.
Nice, 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 nice. Once you written this, I got that this is also important. The final outcome and impact. And one more thing to all of you, like yeah, as Harsora has said that he has given an interview and he was asked this question. So any other people who has given the interview and has asked like was asked with these kind of questions, what you can do is I'm sharing the link of this sheet to everyone. You can add your questions, but not here. You can make a new sheet and you can add your questions because many different people have been asked different questions. So if you'll add those things, then it will be helpful for others. I will include those things after seeing like what kind of things I can include. So let's share this with all of you. So I'm sharing it in the chat. Link to Excel sheet. And please don't edit this part. I'm giving you the access, but don't edit the thing that I have written. Okay. So let's come again. So now the third point is optimization. So pinpointed high performing campaigns and customer segments to allocate more resources towards them, reducing ad spend on low performing ones. So they just wanted to understand like suppose if you have taken a course, suppose you have taken a data analytics course from a brand, which is suppose Scalar. Now they have other courses as well, like they have data engineering courses, they have data analytics, data science, developer, and different courses are there. Now suppose they have analyzed for 1 year of data and they have seen that data analytics course is sold at a rate of 50% from the overall courses, and few of them are at 10-15%, but there is a development course which is getting least interaction and only 10, 20, or 30 people are enrolled, which is around 2% or 3% of the overall. Now, so the thing is, if they're very interested in that 3% or 4% contribution of the course, if they are very interested in that, they can improve it, they can enhance it, they can run a feedback analysis for this. But suppose if their major turnover is they are getting their major turnover from the data analytics, then they can increase more money there and they can reduce, like they can leave that course which is not giving the outcome. So same like this, pinpointed high performing campaigns. So they understood how our high performing campaigns are working, what kind of people are there, and everything they have analyzed. And then they have segmented the customers so that they can reduce like spend on their ads campaign and all. Now the fourth thing is matrix created. So this is the matrix created: conversion rate, cost per acquisition, calculated the cost to acquire each customer through the paid campaign, engagement matrix. So these are the kind of metrics that are created or that are used by the people who are in marketing domain. Now, how these metrics are made, what are the skills used? So this is a proper explanation of this is just an explanation. This is just an explanation. But after explaining this, you will get this follow-up question. To explain it is over. These kind of questions are there that you can get after this. So as I told, if you have got any other question, please include it here. Sorry, include it in the next sheet. So I'm creating extra question sheet. So is this clear to all of you? Till here, everybody is clear. Now, if you have any other questions, you can ask. I'm ending the recording. So basically, after that, you can ask me any questions that you have.